Being dumb is actually kind of a fun way to live life, but at the same time, it's also really unnecessarily hard and stressful. Like, you create really stressful situations for yourself by being dumb. And today I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to talk about how you can become smarter and work on not being dumb. I don't know why I realized now of all times that I'm dumb in some ways. I'll elaborate later in this video, but I think part of it was coming to Tokyo somewhat on a whim. I just upped and was like, I'm gonna move to Tokyo for a bit. Especially as I'm trying to build out more of my business because I've left my corporate job also at the same time. And I also came to Tokyo to do monk mode, which is kind of dumb because why would you try to do monk mode, which if you don't know what that is, it's when you kind of lock yourself in and like double down on all the things you're trying to do and like remove external stimulation. Why would you do monk mode in Tokyo of all places? Like, make it make sense. I'm smart, but I'm also dumb. And yes, that can actually happen. I would say on the average distribution of people, I'm just kind of in the middle. But the issue is that I have really big goals and really big visions sometimes. And honoring that in a way makes me have to think critically and evaluate what's holding me back. So if you also kind of feel like you're dumb or not living up to your full intellectual capability sometimes, watch this video. I've been putting so much thought into how I can improve this aspect of my life, and I think I kind of found the solution. Because as much as I am for loving yourself and being unconditionally supportive of yourself, and I've been on that journey in the past few years, and it's been beautiful, sometimes part of that healthy self-love is also introspection and being real with yourself in the parts where you're not killing it, honestly. So anyways, all that to say is that I'm in Tokyo right now. I've been trying to do monk mode and realizing how silly it was of me to have that expectation to come to Tokyo, which is like one of my favorite places to explore and have fun, with the expectation I was going to do monk mode and just be like studying and focusing on my business. So that led me into this whole other introspection of, okay, well, how dumb or smart am I? And it also led me to coming up with the right insights to fix this problem, like 1% at a time. I'm not going to go from being dumb to super smart and whatever overnight. My channel is dedicated to being authentic in the pursuit of our self-actualization and liberation. And the way we liberate ourselves is by facing our shadows and the sides of us that need more work. So now let me explain. Okay, also I have this like amazake on the side right now, which is not sake. Amazake is this Japanese like fermented rice drink. I'm gonna try it. I'm stirring it now. Anyways, it's one of my favorite things to drink in Japan, and it's kind of harder to find good amazake in the States. Is there alcohol in this? Anyways, it says in the bottom here, amazake is a drink. Amazake is a Japanese traditional drink made from rice. And I don't think there's alcohol in this. Oh wait, actually, alcohol less than 1%. So the biggest thing that I'm gonna do for myself to become smarter and more critical about my life and the actions I'm taking and where I'm putting my time and energy is to have better introspection. Because for the past year, and also I've been really busy this past year, like I've been working on a lot, But the result is that I just get inspired and I feel into the vibes and I get this idea to do something. And then I'm like, okay, when am I doing it? I'm going to do it. And great, I've done it. And then the next inspiration hits. And so I've sort of just been blindly following my inspiration. That's been really fun. But being in Japan recently, I'm like, wait a second. I can't just follow my inspiration 24/7 and expect that that's going to get me really clear-cut results. Is Tokyo the right place to isolate myself and take away everything and just focus on my goals? Probably not the best place. The whole point of Kaizen, which also I've been studying in Japan, the whole point of Kaizen is actually not getting better because you keep doing the thing. That's kind of a dumb way to do it. Is that every time you do the thing, you're supposed to actually reflect and critically think about, okay, what could I do better? And I think that's the part that I honestly haven't really been doing. And it's just because I wasn't aware of that. Like, I wasn't aware of it. I don't know why. Probably because I'm dumb. And so then I had the blessing to become aware of it. And subconsciously, I'm really lazy. Like, you might see all these videos on my channel about like productivity hacks for a lazy brain because I'm really lazy. And for me, it's a lot easier to just take the action instead of like sitting down with my critical glasses and thinking A, B, C, what are the things that need to be better, and then actually coming up with solutions to make them better. I'm someone that I like to more just like do things, put energy into things, throw things at the wall, and then kind of see where they land. But that's a dumb approach. Like, it's okay when you're experimenting, but now I'm not so much in experimentation. Like, I'm a little more clear on what I really want to be doing in life and the areas I need improvement on. So now I need to put my critical hat on and say A, B, and C, here are the things that I need to get better on. And that's how you're actually going to continuously improve. That's part of the Kaizen of continuous improvement, is not just like putting in the reps to improve and to do the thing, but is actually to also critically think and do a performance report on yourself, essentially, of, okay, well, did that get the result that I was going for? And if not, like, if you just keep doing the same things over, you're still not going to get the results. So that's something I recently woke up to, and I was like, whoa, like, this is really important, and I need to make a video on it for other dumb but hardworking people like myself out there. And another really good example is, in my own life, I will do things over and over again and expect different results. So, for example, over the holiday season, I will overbook myself and I will set huge goals, and I will also make sure I'm doing all these social goals and goals with my family and whatever personal development goals. Like, I have this problem where I continuously set too big goals, and it keeps happening, and I keep burning myself out. And yes, I achieve the goals, but for what? And so part of me being smarter recently and being more actually introspective about my actions is realizing, I think I just set all these goals because I love to set goals and achieve goals. Like, I think I just like that process of goal development and like how to set goals and plan our lives. And that's great news for me because I do coaching right now. So I work one-on-one with clients. A lot of my clients are artists or entrepreneurs who are building their own businesses, or 9-to-5 people who just want to work on their personal development and like inner satisfaction with life, I guess, joy, inspiration with life, all of that. But anyways, so it's great that I love goal setting, and that can be good for my coaching. But in my personal life, it's made me think about, I keep doing the same thing over and over again. Like, I keep setting these massive goals, doing everything to reach them, and for what? Just because I feel inspired to set these goals, just because sometimes I'm walking down the street and I'm like, suddenly this goal comes to my head. Well, maybe that's not a good enough reason to be doing that to myself. I don't think I'm gonna become a lot smarter just by learning more things. That's not necessarily it, but I think I'm gonna become smarter by seeing the full picture of my process more comprehensively instead of just leaning into what I'm good at. It's actually good to work on your weaknesses a little bit too. And you can do that in a multitude of ways. You can ask for advice from other people who are more naturally good at the thing. You can set up systems for yourself to stay accountable. I'm not saying you have to turn your weaknesses into your strengths, but if you just keep only building your strengths, sure, your strengths are going to get stronger, but your weaknesses are also going to get weaker, and that's going to trip you up in life. I'm telling you from personal experience. Yes, I spiraled again recently, realizing that I'm dumb. And the worst part was that I realized I'm dumb, and I realized that I haven't gotten that much smarter in the ways that I'm dumb in the past few years. Like, I've gotten smarter in other things, like my career, my skills, my self-love. Those are all things I got smarter on. But the dumb, like repetitive things I do are so dumb, and I'm like, they need to stop. So to be really like tangible with you, for the sake that you can relate this to your own life and also change up in some ways, is one, I set goals, and the goals just come from an inspired place within me. Is that really the way I want to be doing it? Is there maybe a balance with more like critical aspects of goal setting? Those were choices that I made, and now I might choose things a little differently. The second is that I just didn't put out the time to introspect and continuously improve and give myself feedback. I put all my time into planning my actions, doing my actions, and resting, or like growing in other ways. It's all about intake, input, experimentation, doing. But I realized I haven't even been setting out the time to really introspect the way that I should be. So that's another huge part of it, is how are you introspecting? So that is my plan on how to become smarter. I am creating the life that I love and improving myself in so many ways that the younger self of mine didn't truly even believe were possible for myself. And I did this all being pretty dumb. But this is the point of my life where I'm gonna become better in these things. So hopefully you learned something from this video. Hopefully it was kind of eye-opening or inspiring for you too. You got this. If you ever want to chat with me or work with me as a coach, you can schedule a free consultation in the link down below. I will see you next time.